Welcome to the Speed Network, powered by Game Day Sports Radio. Today, I'm joined by Spain Park head basketball coach Chris Laatsch. Spain Park opened their season last Friday against Austin and has had three games so far. Started off with an impressive 3-0. How you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. First and foremost, I want to congratulate you too. Last Wednesday, signing day, National Signing Day. You had one player, Zach Gray, sign with a letter of intent with Lee University. And as a coach, I think that's got to make you feel, a little extra reward seeing a player who's developed all those years with you and then finally have the opportunity to go to the next level and play in college.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. Zach's a great kid, great young man. He's worked extremely hard. He's been so loyal and supportive of our program. Him and his family have, and he's put in a ton of work and really hit the grind. And it's awesome to see his hard work paying off and for him to have that opportunity to play at the next level at a really great institution and a really great conference. And I think it's going to be a great fit for him.
Yeah, and he's had a good start to the season. Had a nice shot to at the buzzer to beat Vestavia off of a block shot and turn around and just looked as cool as the other side of the pillow, as Stuart Scott used to say. Just drained it right there, and a nice win to start the season, huh?
Yeah, no, it's good. He's been really good in our first three games. He's been really, really good, and he's a high level scorer, and he can in so many different ways, and he's doing that. And then, of course, it's the game winner at the buzzer against Vestavia on the road. And I think that's the first of a lot of big shots he'll hit for us this year.
So just right off the gate, how do you feel first three games? What have you seen that you've liked? What do you think you need to improve on?
Yeah, no, I'm super proud of our guys. They're working really, really hard. We haven't had a practice or a game yet with a full roster. So I think it's, the negative of that is not having everybody all hands on deck, but the positive of that is a lot of extra opportunities for a lot of guys that are young or first-year varsity guys and things like that. So I think it's paying off, and guys have stepped up and been called on, and they've been fulfilling their jobs. And we played a really tough schedule. I mean, all three of those are really, really good teams, and Vestavia's really, really talented and super good. And it's a tough place to play. And Jacksonville's a defending state champion with most of their team back, and a South Alabama signee and some other college players on their team. And so we've got an Austin super athletic and talented. So three really good wins with our team, and we're not playing at our peak. And so there's a lot of room still to improve, but I'm super proud of where we are on our path so far.
You don't want to ever emphasize one game too much, but getting a win like that, like you did on Monday, with, some new faces on the court, does that send a message to your team that, we can win? You obviously don't want to lose a game, but winning a game like that, fighting it on the road that early in the season, does that give you a little lift and confidence, you think, heading into the season?
No, I think so. I think you make a great point when you think about the youth that we have and the new guys and the new faces and those guys. I mean, they want to believe that they can step right in and compete and lead our team, but there's always probably a little bit of doubt, right? So for them to have accomplished that and against such a quality program in a hostile environment and a great atmosphere, and for them to come out on top, it has to do wonders for their confidence. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I know it was a Monday night and probably not the fan base you're used to, but the students kind of came out and congratulated them, and I thought that was good to see so many students there that early in the season on the road, and so excited for that, for a win like that. So that's a good start. So, one thing you mentioned, you played three very formidable opponents. You definitely seem to be getting it done inside. You got to like where they're at on the rebounding, the points in the paint, inside the arc. Outside the arc, probably not where you want it. My lay opinion is I don't mind it that way because shooters shoot shots will start to fall, but sometimes it's hard. So I mean, do you feel good about where they are on the inside now, and then the outside will come?
Yeah, I think we had 52 points in the paint Tuesday night. I think we've got several guys that can post up and play with their back to the basket. We've got several guards that can get downhill and get around the rim with their drives. And obviously, the closer you are, the higher the percentage of makes, usually. So we like that. I think we have some really good 3-point shooters. It hasn't shown up yet but they make shots in practice. They work really hard on their own and the off season, and so I think that will come. But like I'm with you, you establish your inside presence now, whether it be through post play or guards attacking the rim, and then when the shots fall, then it's all clicking.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of second chance points, a lot of points in the paint, as you mentioned. You're creating points off the turnovers. Your turnovers, except for I think one game, you got to be happy with those. You're not turning the ball over much, and when they are turning it over to you, you're creating points. So next week you've got the Jag Classic, which Game Day Sports Radio is proud to be sponsoring. We'll be streaming some stuff. So why don't you tell the viewers out there a little bit what they can expect next week, a little bit about the schedule, who's coming, don't have to go through everybody, and just a little bit about what that tournament's about.
Yeah, no, so super excited about it. And they've been running it for a long time here, long before I was coaching here. I actually brought my teams from other schools here to participate in it years ago. So it's a great tournament. We've got some great varsity teams. Our freshman and JV brackets, we have 8 teams in each of those, and a lot of the over-the-mountain schools, and they'll be really, really competitive, and we always have some great games there. And then we got 8 varsity games, or 8 varsity teams, excuse me, that are coming. We've got James Clemens, who was a state runner-up from a year ago in the 7A. We've got Bay High School out of Panama City, who was a Final Four team in Florida last year, who's really, really talented. Scottsboro, who was an Elite 8 team from a year ago. Homewood, Helena, West Blockton, Good Hope. So it's going to be some really good coaches, some really good players. I think there's going to be some super competitive games, and we're real thankful for Game Day Sports Radio to sponsor us and be here, be a part of it.
Yeah, I think one thing people don't necessarily know unless they play in certain sports is that most of the sports up at Spain Park are self-sustaining. So your budget basically has to be raised by you, your players. I know you and Coach Chase spent a lot of time this summer up at the concession stand working volleyball tournaments and things like that to raise money for your programs. And so tournaments like these are important because they do contribute, but they also cost a lot. And then a lot of the ticket fees and stuff like that goes right out the gate to cover officials and hospitality and stuff like that. But can you talk real quick just a little bit about, the importance of, throughout the season, the participation of fans and parents and students to come, because again, you do have to raise all your own money for your sport, and there is a cost there, just like with any sport.
Yeah, I think some people probably don't understand exactly how it all works. I think a lot of times people think school systems foot the bill and things like that, but it's just not that way. We have to fundraise everything, and obviously ticket sales is a big part of that. And so having a tournament like this, hopefully will provide some opportunity for extra income for our program. Obviously sponsors and people that are, support us and are gracious to us is another huge benefit that we need, in order to be able to do the things that we want to do and need to do for our kids to have a great opportunity and experience. And, I think our officials bill last year for the tournament was $8,000, so right away, you're in the whole 8,000 before you've even tipped off with just having officials. And then you have all the other expenses that go with it as well and things. So having people come out and support and hopefully they get, a good experience, for their ticket, and then having people that'll sponsor us and do advertisement and things like that is huge. We can't do it without those people. And I know it means a lot to our kids and to our program.
Yeah, so tickets next week for the tournament at the gate or on GoFan? Where can
fans get on GoFan? Yep.
On GoFan.
GoFan.
Okay, on GoFan. Yep. And then tomorrow night you wrap up the week at Helena at 7 p.m. Your old school going back, and how you looking forward to that?
Yes and no. I mean, Helena was a really special place for me and my family, and it will be great to be back in that gym and see a lot of friends and hug a lot of people's necks and just be around some people that I have great relationships with. And, I've got some special relationships with some of those players still, and have a lot of respect for them, and it'll be fun to see them and things, but I don't know about the competing against them part, because there's people that I pull for, normally. And so I can't pull for them tomorrow, obviously. So Coach McDonald's a friend of mine. And so a lot of great memories there. It'll be fun to be back in that gym, but happy to be representing the Jags.
There you go. Well, thanks for joining us today, Coach Laatsch. Good luck to you tomorrow, and we hope to see a lot of people out at the tournament next week. Obviously, we will be posting some stuff on our the Speed Network Instagram site about schedules, and also we'll be streaming some of the games live and bringing you some potentially some interviews and some bonus content. So please try to join us, but please make sure to get out and buy a ticket and at least attend to 1 or 2 games, because it does help the program, and the boys will appreciate it. So thanks again, Coach. Good luck this week, and look forward to talking to you soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything you do. Have a great day.
You too.